In this video, I'm going to show you how you can automate all your busy work this week for under $1 an hour and get to inbox zero from your sunglasses. I'll be showing you real live demos of the top 8 things people use data for and highlight how data can write and publish working code just based on voice messages you send it, even if you're not technical at all. You can automate any computer busy work you have just by describing what you need to do. And if you automate something that other people would use too, you can even get paid every time their version of data uses it. To get data set up for yourself, just go through the free demo on our homepage at heydata.org. It's mobile first, so you never have to type, just talk to Data like you would a coworker. And as a bonus, once you sign up, Data will send you a free copy of my formerly $500 mini course called How to Code with AI that answers all the questions I get from developers about how to get language models to write real working production code, totally unsupervised, that matches our style and works in our systems. In this video, we're going to cover 2 main things in like little 5-ish minute chunks. Basically, first, we're going to cover everything people usually ask me about how data is different from other software tools they've used in their lives. And then second, I'm going to show you, like I mentioned, the top 8 things all of our users do every day with data already, so that you have a concrete understanding of what you can use it for immediately starting today. At this point, you're wondering, holy hack man, am I about to become Iron Man? Like, is this the moment? And while I would love to announce that data is able to fly you to work and do your laundry, those are unfortunately features that are on our 2025 roadmap, not 2024. Speaking of our roadmap, actually, it's public, so you know exactly what we're building next and where we're headed, and you can vote on what we should do next. Now, while data may not be able to fly you to work, the impact it can have on your life is maybe that crazy. And so I just want to emphasize, these are real names. This is our public leaderboard, and you're going to meet Heather and Bastian and Joaquin and Matt in our case studies and in our testimonial videos. These are real people, and you can see they're spending maybe 60 cents to $5 a day. But they're making back, what they're spending on data every month, which is maybe like equivalent to their phone bill. They're making that back in like 2 or 3 days. They're saving that amount of time, and this really adds up over the course of the year. These are real numbers. If you value the time they're saving at $35 an hour and assume they save maybe 15 minutes when 1 out of 5 requests they make actually works, you know how AI is, it doesn't work every time. These are the real numbers of the time they're saving every year. So at least several $1,000s of time saved every year. And that means they're getting back in concrete numbers like 2 weeks to 10 weeks of, time that would otherwise be spent doing busy work. Like, you're really saving significant amounts of time. So hopefully, as you watch this, you'll think of ideas where data can be applied in your own life, and you can see these benefits. You don't have to be technical, and you don't have to be a content creator. And hopefully you'll see that as we watch this video. So I just wanted to make it as real as possible for you. So let's start with, I think, the most important question of all. Why did we build data in the first place? At Lander, my company, you can see my hoodie has our logo. We believe you should own all of your information. We believe not just ownership, but effective and easy control of your digital footprint is a human right. If Facebook and Apple can benefit from what your device knows about you, you should be able to benefit from it even more so. So everything data does is open source and open prompt. You can easily tell what data is doing just by looking. Data is built on the principle of file over app, meaning data's memories are all plain text files written in natural language that anyone can read, even if they're not technical. The files data works with will work on computers that are 30 years old and on computers 30 years from now. That's why we're building data in a way that no other big company is going to be incentivized to do. Rather than making a proprietary AI that locks you into our platform, we are building the open source AI platform that uses code that we all write collaboratively to work with every silo of information in our lives, safely, securely, and transparently. As I mentioned, we're going to go through the top 8 things our thousands of users already do with data every day and show you how easy it is to set up your own data. And of course, you can call it Jarvis or Rosie Jetson or GLaDOS from Portal, whatever you want. Data already works with over 20 commercially available language models, over 5 vision models, and many voice and video models too. We're the only tool I'm aware of that's committed to supporting every commercially available model served by API in the world on every platform possible, from Azure to GCP and AWS, from Anthropic to Mistral, Together AI, and OpenAI. So you can use Data today with Grok, Claude, GPT-4, Gemini, Mistral, and more. Whether you want to run offline, on-prem, or in the cloud, Data can do it all. Data is a fully integrated platform that lets you use any AI model by texting or emailing natural language instructions, just like you're talking to a coworker, to do it for you. Data lets you use any AI automation other people have built with any of those language models I just listed, and you can even build your own working software that you can easily share with others and earn data credits from, even if you're not technical, just by asking nicely. Data has unlimited long-term memory. Mine has literally years at this point. It knows the time, your current location, and your calendar, just like your phone does. And it knows whatever you want to share about who you are, and it can make incredibly personalized recommendations and automate busy work for you. Data works by understanding the same context, the underlying principles, and the guiding values that you use to make decisions in your own work, to get work done for you by applying that context automatically to every prompt or automation you run on our platforms, so it can make close to the same decisions you would make. Data works on all your devices, from Mac or PC to iOS and Android, or even with your smart home speakers, your car stereo, your watch, laptop, tablet, and even your Quest or your Vision Pro. Oh, and of course, your sunglasses. Now, last question people usually ask before we get into the features: why is Data an AI coworker and not an assistant? Well, coworker is meant to convey the sense of collaboration you should feel working with Data. It means that Data is built to work like people do, meaning Data does its own internal analysis of the result you're probably asking for, and it evaluates its own success before getting back to you. So if Data messes up, it will go back and it will try again before bothering you with a text or an email, so you don't have to sit around waiting for a chat interface to load or for an AI to type. Instead, you can go about your day and know that the stuff you need is collected neatly in your inbox or notes app when you're ready to look at it, and Data will text you when it's done. Now, with all that said, let's go look at the 8 most common things people use Data for every day. Rather than tell you about them, let me show you how using Data is different from other AI tools. Hey Data, would you find a restaurant with a beautiful view to get dinner at tonight? Hey Data, would you make a Data skill that checks my favorite subreddits, Hacker News, my list of AI researchers on Twitter, and summarizes all the mailing lists I'm subscribed to in a morning podcast briefing? Okay, so first, as you might imagine, Data can, of course, browse the web on your behalf. It can summarize YouTube videos, it can find links to resources or read entire web pages for you, or it can just generally Google around for a specific answer for you and get back to you when it has successfully found it. Every request you make can kind of add live information from the web if Data detects that it's needed. And so you can keep that in mind as we go through all these features. Better than other commonly used AI browsing tools too, Data takes pains to ensure that you always get back original sources, PDF documents, and links directly to the information that you're looking at or looking for, as well as cohesive and concise AI summary. No ads, no nonsense, no drivel, just the facts with sources cited clearly in line in links so that you can click on or save them to your device. And usually it's formatted in a really nice markdown table too, so you can easily just glance at it and see what you're getting. Personally, I love to use Data for travel planning. I'm a very spontaneous person, so instead of sitting at home weeks beforehand on ChatGPT explaining my trip to AI, I can use Data in my sunglasses when I'm walking the streets of my destination to inquire about the world around me live. And since it has the weather and my location, it's just like having the world's most informed tour guide and local with you at all times. It'll blow your mind. Okay, so second big feature you should be aware of people use all the time with Data, this is our most commonly used daily feature by far, is that Data can make shows, podcasts, and custom morning briefings based on your interests and the things that you've bookmarked the previous day. Data uses tools like web browsing and voice generators like OpenAI and 11 Labs to make any audio content you want using any voice you can imagine. And it can easily send any report you want on whatever schedule you want in whatever format you want to you.
Good morning,
on
Steve.
The schedule that you asked.
Tuesday, April 16th, 2024 at 6:15 a.m. on the dot, and you're currently appreciating the sunrise view from a high-rise room up on Oculus Plaza right by your hotel at the World Trade Center Transportation Hub, 185 Greenwich Street, in the heart of Lower Manhattan's financial district. In New York City's sprawling concrete jungle, a city that never sleeps. Spring has definitely sprung on a day with pleasant temperatures perfect for an evening photography walk. I've added a sunset photography walk at Brooklyn Bridge Park to your calendar today from 6:45 to 7:15 p.m. based on your availability and the stunning weather forecast, so you can capture the iconic NYC skyline bathed in golden hour light. Head to Pier 1 and walk along the waterfront to snap shots of the skyscrapers, Brooklyn Bridge, and East River with the fading sun. Your schedule is relatively light today, with no meetings or appointments listed. However, I did see an email come in last night from your colleague Alex about potentially working on some new photography projects together this week. Perhaps you two could discuss that over coffee or lunch soon. I'll bet you're wondering how the weather this week looks.
One of the craziest parts to me still, as I mentioned, is that data can make software for you. So we have 3 core skills that you can extend and that you can use by asking that build working code for you. So these are called Document Editor, Make Data Skill, and Make App. Document Editor can easily apply edits to any files simultaneously. And that's the underlying skill that allows data to update any GitHub repo or piece of code or collection of files. And it can even help you edit essays or other stuff. It's really good at making many simultaneous edits to a file. But there are more complex skills on top of that. And this is what allows data to write software for you. So one of those is called Make Data Skill. And this writes software specific to our platform that you can run as a conversational interface and publish for other users on our data platform instantly. And then, of course, Make App is a more general sort of coding automation that will literally write all of the files that you need in a fully working app and deliver them as a working replit for you to test and run and debug right away. Data is not just for designing pretty landing pages or making new conversation automations. It will do all that, of course. But I mean, like, if you want to write entire apps, data will do that for you. You can go, hey, you make an Apple Watch app that does XYZ and walk me through how it actually works and submit it to the App Store with me. Then boom, you get a fully functional replit code base back, where you can just hit run, test your app out, and then submit it to the App Store. Fully functional, debugged, working, running. It's that easy. You literally just ask. And this is really as insane as it sounds. Like, I can't emphasize enough how nuts this is. You have to try it to believe it. I could not be more proud that it works. It took a year to build, but I think it was worth it. All of these features benefit from sort of the core underlying platform. You can do all this with any language model that you prefer to use from any company or provider. You have complete access to and control over data's infinite long-term memory. At any point, you can delete, edit, or modify it. And none of this, by the way, is stuff you have to do manually with data. The real magic of data is that it can identify what tools it has available to it and choose to use those without you having to know what they are. So it will completely automate its own task list. It can pick any software automation and it can read its own documentation. Whatever you want to ask, data will figure out how to do it for you. And it will actually go do it. I hope this conveys the power and flexibility that data gives you. And of course, you can schedule any data request to run in the background, whether or not you're at your desk or on your phone. So replies can draft, campaigns can be generated based on the latest news and events. Data can generate podcasts and draft analysis and more. All you need to do is specify the schedule you would like it to happen on. So just name any given time in the future or simply describe any recurring basis that you want data to work on. Data will set up that recurring task fully autonomously. And then you can just count on that happening without you there. You can always adjust and edit your scheduled task lists just by, you guessed it, asking nicely. Okay, so last, data can also proactively prompt you throughout the day. Just as many people sort of like have a reminder set up for themselves, you can have data be your reminder. And the cool thing about that is it's intelligent, so you can customize it to what's currently going on in your life. So you can set data to prompt you if you haven't worked out yet, for example, or if you've had a specific social app open for longer than you want each day. When you're done with work and you're planning to eat dinner based on what's in the fridge, you can just type it out or send data a picture of what's in the fridge. And bam, software using plain English will automate your life. Welcome to the future. Okay, so let's look at some last things here. Can you draft a quick paragraph of what you can do that ChatGPT can't? Great. Okay. Can you add an outline at the top there? So you'll see that edit show up here in a second. Our goal for this chat interface is to provide an amazing set of default ways to interact with other types of intelligence. And so you can see that you can just use your voice to edit a message you've sent to Data or a reply Data has sent to you. I've heard that I should start with why. How about you redo the outline real quick and start with why I build Data. Sick. Okay, this is looking good. Okay, go ahead and expand that into a full video script now. Thanks. Would you make an email campaign announcing this new video I'm going to film? And then would you shoot all that over to my work email when you're done? All right, so not only does Data let you edit both sides of the chat live, just using your voice, so that you can design what's called a multi-shot example prompt naturally using your chat history. If you're not super into AI, don't worry about what that means. It just basically means that Data learns how you like it to behave from talking to you and from reading your chat history. So if it does something you don't like, just delete it or edit it, and then it will do what you like in the future. And then next, Data can obviously make content for you. So Data has skills like spell image correctly, which use AI vision to regenerate an image until all the text is spelled correctly. You can combine that with other automations like our email campaign builders, and if you're the type of person who just wants to build and then let AI worry about selling what you build, you can even go as far as literally just pasting your source code in, and literally a beautiful email campaign will pop out the other side with offers and images and suggestions for implementation in your CRM. You can even integrate it directly into your CRM and send it all automatically if you so choose. So you can use Data to draft any kind of specialized post, from LinkedIn, cringe career posts to YouTube thumbnail and title tests to grow your channel. Data can even make digital videos of you, like this one you're watching of me right now, just from a selfie using the HeyGen API. So even your YouTube content can be made as a simple collaboration between you and Data by you just texting it. No camera required. It's crazy saying that out loud. I cannot believe that's true, but that's true. And again, this is optional, but some people really love it. Data can also hang out in your inbox or your text messages and draft replies to messages whenever they come in, so you never suffer the tyranny of a blank page. Since Data works just like a version of yourself that's been working alongside you all day, every day, having it draft an instant reply to every message you receive when you receive it makes sense, since it shares so much context you have anyway. So just make an edit or two and send it. When you get used to Data's style, you can also have it auto-send every time. This is sort of the opposite of a fancy feature, but my personal favorite part of using Data is that when you're out on a walk, you can switch off all the shortcuts and tools and you can just talk to it like a person.
The beauty of Central Park should be appreciated not just by day. Lighting it up could indeed enhance its charm and utility after sunset.
That was so cool, Data. Knowing what you know about me, what traits do you think I share in common, and interests do you think I share in common with those characters? How could I have contributed if I had been there?
Steve, reflecting on your interests and the traits you share with the visionary creators of Central Park, William Cullen Bryant and Frederick Law Olmsted, it's clear that your passion for landscape aesthetics and community enrichment aligns closely with their pioneering spirit. If you had been there during the creation of Central Park, your expertise in modern technology and marketing could have introduced groundbreaking enhancements, perhaps integrating advanced ecological technologies or developing an app to enhance visitors' experiences through augmented reality, providing historical insights and interactive park tours.
It lets you really take advantage of its infinite memory and real-world knowledge, plus the fact that it knows you. So you can commune with the collected intelligence of humanity and ask it about anything, not just one question at a time. You can carry on entire multifaceted conversations from your headphones, just like a phone call with superintelligence. We even have a skill that lets you ask every smart AI a question simultaneously, so you can see how it would answer both with and without Data's prompt. And it has your conversation history and personal experiences, right? But it will also show you what the model itself would have said without any other context. So this is great for everything from code review to travel planning. For example, Data, what coffee shop do you think I would like best in New York? So here we can see how every language model would reply if it didn't know anything about me. And we can see how it would reply now that it does know everything about me. So this is the magic Data provides by pre-filling your prompt for you. And then Data, how would you would you look at this code for our chat interface? How can I add a cool background image or make a custom style for this interface? And yes, we let you share your custom styles too. All right, that's it. Those are the top 8 things that people use data for on a daily basis. Data makes it easy for you to manage what you're sending to these AI companies, so you never have to type out a long, complex prompt again. Data does that for you. You never have to worry about your privacy again. You can see exactly what you're sharing with AI. Using data means that you never have to learn how to use AI. Instead, you benefit from code data has written for our thousands of users every time you make a request, and data knows how to use AI for you. So you can just talk to data like you talk to a coworker. As I mentioned, to get data set up for yourself, just go through the demo on our homepage at heydata.org. It's mobile first and you never have to type, but just talk to data like you would a coworker. Welcome to the future. Thanks for watching.